my guys, what a day. I had a full one. Woke up really early and I did a online yoga class with my private clients from the UK. Then I had my yoga event at Menopausal in Braga. We unfortunately had a smaller turnout because some people had to cancel, but it was still so amazing and nice. Now, one thing that prompted me to do this video is that I was talking to the ladies after class because we were having lunch, and one of the things that they were sharing was a lot of them were postmenopausal, and they were just sharing how it feels so challenging for their bodies as now in comparison to before, and they just feel this shift, this change. And of course I was totally in my jam, and I was like, yes, of course you feel the difference. And it really tickled me when, of course, one of them said, my head is so young and I just want to do things, and my body's like, chill girl. But also how when she talks to a doctor, the only thing that she can say is like, well, that's what it is, there's nothing I can do for you. It drives me crazy. That's not true. So I gave her my card and I said, get in touch with me and we can talk about your hormones. You don't have to feel like shit. I'm just telling you now. But one of the things I wanted to share here is actually 3 easy tips to help you with your hormones. This is equally important if you are already postmenopausal, like these ladies were, or if you are premenopausal, meaning whether you are in your 30s or even into perimenopause from your 44 up. Okay? So, 3 very important things. 1, get to know your cycle. Now you're gonna ask, Chantal, I'm a postmenopausal woman, I don't have a cycle. Actually, you do have a cycle. You don't bleed, but you have a cycle. Because we are so connected and attuned to the moon that we have a cycle. Our cycle starts generally with the new moon. Now for me in particular, it starts with the full moon at the moment. This is actually a very special time because I learned what it means. Some women link to the full moon as the beginning of the cycle versus the new moon, and for me it was a very special thing. I'll share it at some point. I actually shared it in writing in one of the posts. But normally a woman will start her cycle, if we are attuned to the things of nature, on the new moon. So even if you are postmenopausal, you can now think about the day 1 of new moon as your day 1 of your cycle. So you have 28 days where you can actually manage your hormones. For a postmenopausal woman, because you don't have your ovulation anymore, you don't have your PMS anymore, so you don't have to raise progesterone at that time only before your cycle, what you can do is that you can adapt a very easy fasting lifestyle most of the time to support estrogen, because you don't want to lose estrogen. It's so important for prevention of cancer, for your mind, for basically prevention of the Alzheimer's, everything. Is just the most amazing thing you need, not to let you gain weight. And so you can have, and estrogen doesn't like high glucose, doesn't like insulin running around and taking the glucose down when it's too much. Estrogen likes a very low glucose level in the blood, so insulin is stable, doesn't have to be continuously released by the pancreas. So fasting will do that to you. So switching from the glucose energy source to a more fat burning, so you're ketogenic, and that comes after 12 hours to up to 72 hours that you can do. Now twice a week, postmenopausal women can do a little higher starches, or like a higher carb diet, where you can have your bananas, your mangoes, your papayas, your sweet potatoes, to help the progesterone go up. Because of course we don't want to lose progesterone. That means anxiety when we don't have enough. It means dryness. It means so many things. Not fun. So you can do that thing. You can have twice a week. You can have a more progesterone promoting diet, so you can have shorter fast and just promoting the progesterone with some bananas and papaya, mangoes, sweet potatoes, and so on. Quinoa, buckwheat, all these nice grains. And then the rest of the time do a more ketogenic diet with a lot of fiber. And by ketogenic I don't mean just fats, please don't go crazy with that. I mean just switching to ketones, but still having the greens, still having the stuff that really promotes good gut bacteria. Gut bacteria is the second one. Gut bacteria is really important, so make sure that you have a lot of raw food. Raw food promotes amazing microbiome diversity, because our microbiome, our good bacteria in the gut, loves to have its food, which is fiber, polyphenols, antioxidants, and raw food promotes a special bacteria, which is the estrobolome, which breaks down estrogen. And we want to have that because we want to make sure that our body doesn't have to accumulate the bad estrogen. We want to make sure that it flushes out. Number 3, you want to make sure that you have a lifestyle that is conducive to adrenal health. Meaning, if you are perimenopausal or postmenopausal, or in any age really, if you have your cycle, learn when to do the harder workouts, when you go for like your HIIT class, your TRX, your whatever, and when to do a more calming class, stretching, breathing, which you should do every day, by the way, but when you want to focus most on that, because estrogen, testosterone, those hormones are cool with the harder stuff. Amazing. Progesterone doesn't like it. Progesterone likes soft. So, postmenopausal women, don't go and kill yourself in the gym with HIIT classes. This is something that the ladies were saying today. They work so hard at the gym and they don't lose the weight and they don't feel better because they are pushing those adrenals. And when you're pushing the adrenals, well, cortisol tells progesterone to stay away. We need to support progesterone. So make sure that you do twice a week yoga, meditation, and you do nice stretching classes, Pilates. Do classes that soothe your nervous system, and then the rest you can actually go a little bit crazy. Also, don't do a full hour. Don't worry about being at the gym for an hour. Don't listen to any PT that tells you have to be there for an hour. It's bull freaking shit. You have to work 20 minutes and you are fine. You are working at the gym not to go crazy. You are working to stimulate your body, to make sure that you are challenging your body so that your bones are supported by muscles, skeletal muscles, so that you don't crumble down by losing estrogen and so on. So it's a balance and a dance between estrogen and then reinforcing and strengthening muscles so that you support your bones. It's not about fatiguing your adrenals. If you fatigue your adrenals, which we all do since the moment we're born at this point, we are going to be lacking. And in fact, when a lot of women that are in perimenopause feel already a little bit weird, and then they go into menopause and things they become challenging, well, your adrenals are tired, and your adrenals have a very important job, not because they keep you, only because they keep you stable and calm, and then they give you that oomph when you need it, but because when you are actually postmenopausal and your reproductive system doesn't make your hormones anymore, it's the adrenals that pick up the job. So the endocrine system is perfectly designed to make sure that when one thing stops working or goes into rest mode, and you still make some, unless you had a hysterectomy, the rest picks it up. But if you're exhausted, how can that thing pick it up? It doesn't. So we have to be mindful of this. So I beg of you, please understand your body. So those 3 things are super important. If you want to work with me, if you want to know more, Liveline is really heading to becoming an amazing project. Go onto my website, livelinehealth.com, sign up for my newsletter. It's the best way to know what's going on, and I will promise you, no spam, no crap. I will send emails to let you know if there are events and retreats because they're important, but most of the time I want to just share very valuable questions. Now, at the beginning of this journey, I might be asking you to give me a little bit of input. What do you want to learn about? What do you want to know? You can put it in the posts here. You're welcome. You can email me, and you can also DM me, and everything you say I will make a note of and actually make videos about them because they're important and I want to answer your questions. But then the newsletter is really about sharing knowledge to empower you to be in control of your health, and particularly your hormones, because ladies, you deserve to thrive. See you soon. Bye.